So we're going to get into the blueprint for attracting clients online. And our focus today is going to be on branding. So let's go ahead and get started. There will be a replay of this, so if you need to share this with someone, you can just go ahead and grab the link straight from the document. In this training, we're going to be covering how you can actually attract clients for your coaching business using social media the right way by branding yourself. And we're going to get deep into that because a lot of you guys have some misconceptions around this branding. So I want you to go ahead and watch this training on 1.5 or 2 times speed so that you can have more productivity. And if you want to get a copy of this accelerator document, go ahead and message me on Instagram or Facebook. So who is this for? This is for you if you are a coach, you're showing up on social media, but you're just not attracting clients. You're not enrolling clients. This is for you if you want to create a client attraction mechanism in your business. So what we're going to cover today is your personal branding. No, this is not your colors, your logo, anything like that. We are also going to dive deep into authentic storytelling as well. So one of the things that I get a lot of feedback from coaches on is that their business is simply referral based. Now, I love referrals. I want you to get referrals. That means you're doing an amazing job. But it's really hard to scale your business when you're simply just relying on referrals, especially if you don't have a true referral system in place. And we're not going to get deep into that today because there is a lot that goes into actually developing a referral-based system. So if you're simply relying on word of mouth referrals, I know in the past a lot of clients that I've worked with, I asked them, what's your strategy for getting clients? Oh, I just get referrals. But this is why their income is so low. It's because they only have a certain number of clients that they've worked with, and that number is low. So that means their referral process is only going to be filled with a low number of leads. And this is not going to be helpful when it comes to scaling in your business. So we definitely don't want you to rely solely on referrals for your coaching business, okay? We don't want you to be at the mercy of other people for you to simply grow the business. Don't get me wrong, referrals are amazing, but like I said, you want to be able to scale your business. And you want people to know you and want to buy from you. Those are going to be the individuals who are excited to work with you. So we're going to talk about why you need to actually build a personal brand today. And we're going to talk about how to do that. I want you to have a client attraction mechanism in your business where people are coming to you. People are coming to your inbox. They want information on how to work with you. So the first thing you want to do is you want to identify your own unique value proposition. And you need to take some time to do this. What actually sets you apart from other coaches? This is a wide ocean full of coaches. Yes, the market is saturated. There's 100 million coaches that people can see online. People have 5,000 friends. They have a lot of friends who are coaches, who are life coaches or business coaches. What sets you apart from those people? And what I want you to do is I want you to look at your unique skills. I want you to look at your experiences or perspectives that you actually bring to the table. And your personal brand should clearly communicate your value proposition to your audience as well. Many people miss the mark on that, okay? So just get a sheet of paper and I want you to do a brain dump. I want you to think about everything that you have that's an asset to you and your business, no matter how small you think it is. This could be your education, it could be your career skills, it could be what you've done to help transform the lives or the businesses of others. I want you to think about as many things as possible and just write them down. Again, nothing is too small. I want you to do this so that you can really take a look and see what makes you unique from your competition. The other thing that you need to do is you need to create your brand story. Your personal brand is the narrative that actually says who you are, what you stand for, and why it is that you do what you do. It is authentic when it's your story, okay? A lot of people struggle with this. They're like, coaches tell me to be authentic, but how can I be authentic? You can be authentic by sharing your journey and your story, what it is that you stand for. Also, I want you to make sure that what you're saying and speaking you are truly in alignment with. It's not what a coach tells you that you should say in the online space. And I want you to share your journey. This could include the challenges that you've overcome and the lessons that you've learned along the way. As entrepreneurs, we have all failed. We've all had moments when things didn't go the way that we wanted them to go. We may all have moments where we weren't having the success that we wanted, or we were struggling in our personal lives if you're a life coach, right? And so you want to be able to share your struggles and how you actually overcame them. This is going to be your brand story, not your colors, not your logo, okay? I know a lot of people know me for pink, but people truly know me for my story. People know me as the girl who made it out against all odds and built a 7-figure empire after walking away from corporate America. I was able to scale a 7-figure, multi-million-dollar business. People need to know who you are, what you stand for. And I also stand behind women. I want women to know that they do not have to depend on a man or a job. I want them to have financial freedom through entrepreneurship so that they have time freedom for themselves, their family, their loved ones, and truly build the life that they want to build. So what is your brand story? All of us are going to be unique. There's no right and there's no wrong. Again, we're doing this though because we're going to call in our people. We're authentic. People who might have come from poverty are going to relate with my story. Maybe someone who actually went to college, although that's no longer a requirement for a lot of entrepreneurs, they might resonate with me. Star chose to get her degrees in business, including a master's degree, for her to be able to excel in corporate America, right? And then I use those skills that I developed along the way in my education in my business. There's going to be a lot of people who resonate with that. And then there's going to be a group of people who resonate with my brand story on the fact that I used to walk around corporate America, strutting around in my heels, admiring someone else's empire. And all along I wanted to know, how could I have my own business? Why am I here? And also seeing that there was a ceiling. I wasn't going to be able to get into the 200,000 range. I didn't see that happening for me in corporate America. Lo and behold, I started a business and scaled that to multiple millions of dollars. So this is what I want you to do, your own brand story. Share your journey, share your hardships, share all the times that you fell on your face, and just really own that. Now, the other thing that we want to talk about is consistent branding across channels. You want to make sure that your branding is consistent. This could be with your website, your social media profiles, your marketing. You want to be talking about the same types of content on your platforms, your same messaging. Again, sharing that brand story, not just in one place, but if you're on Instagram, if you're on Facebook, people need to know your story on those platforms. Which leads me to showing you one of the features that we have in She Has Clients. In She Has Clients, which is an all-in-one business tool for business owners, entrepreneurs, coaches, and consultants, you can actually schedule your content in advance on Google My Business, which a lot of people don't take advantage of, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, and TikTok. So again, we want you to keep it simple. We want you to have your brand story. We want you to be able to go ahead and publish that across all of your platforms and communicate your messaging to your audience in a simple way. And this makes it very, very easy for you. The other thing that you want to focus on is building your trust and credibility. People need to know that you're real, what you're saying is true, and I want you to think about building that trustworthiness across your audience. One way you can do this is by sharing testimonials, case studies, success stories, and demonstrate the results that you've helped your clients to achieve. If you have not had clients yet, you can use your own success to help you share your expertise in your genius zone with your audience as well. We want you to position yourself as the authority in your niche and speak amongst different engagements, appearances, getting on podcasts, Facebook groups, interviews, as many places as possible. And you can see here is an example of some of the social proof that I shared with my audience just this past week. And I really wanted women to know that they can have success in entrepreneurship. I shared one of my income streams that has brought in over $1 million in sales. So again, how can you build trust and credibility? Showing social proof, showing statistics, showing your results, interviewing your clients online and just sharing screenshots of what some of your client wins have been, what they've said to you, and even interviewing them on social media platforms. So again, for you to say, I'm a coach and I can help you do this, how does your audience know that you can really truly do that if you're not sharing your trust and credibility? Now, I also want you to engage and connect with your audience. We want you to use your personal brand to foster meaningful connections with your audience. You want to engage with them regularly through social media. You can email them and your other social media platforms as well. You want to be able to make sure that these people are able to ask you questions, leave comments, and show that you actually care. This is a simple post that I did, and it's just an affirmation post. It's just encouraging people to know that they can have financial success this month. And we're just saying, hey, we're all going to be successful this month. Let's affirm it. And you can see that 90 people engaged with this piece of content, and we also had 59 comments below that. Okay, so again, thinking about how you can engage and connect with your audience. Now, do keep in mind that I don't just want you to do this type of content, because I also see a lot of people who will just, post memes all day or things like this, and that's just not going to be sufficient enough to represent your brand. So you saw earlier in the training where I shared testimonials, I shared a result that I actually have had in bringing in over $1 million in revenue just from one income stream in the business. And now I have this where people can engage with me. It's like Star is really engaging with us. We like her content, but we also see that she is an authority in our field as an entrepreneur. I want you to focus on building a strong personal brand. I want you to position yourself as the trusted authority in your niche so that you can actually attract clients who resonate with your messaging and your values. Again, how are you going to differentiate yourself from your competition? For me, there are a lot of coaches who came into the online space. They struggled for years to get coaches, and that's their story. And they talk about how they finally found this unique system or this unique thing that they do to start getting sales in their business. My story is different. I actually came into the online space and hit 6 figures in my first 7 months. So that's one of the things that makes me different, is that I have a quicker path to success in this field in leveraging social media content and Facebook groups primarily to grow my business. So I want you to think about those types of things. I also have business degrees. I'm just not someone who lucked up in the internet and, posted pictures of myself and just took off as an influencer. I actually have degrees, and I actually have built multiple businesses to 6 figures and even multiple 7 figures. And I bring that into the online space, and that makes me different. I actually know how to grow and scale a business. I've done it multiple times. So I want you to think about that for yourself as well. And again, everybody's going to be very different. Your transformation is what's important to your actual audience. Now, I also want you to stop engaging in ineffective marketing strategies. And I touched on that just a little bit above. A lot of people spend hours creating content and just posting on social media, and they really get no return for their investment. Again, people posting memes, they're just posting for the sake of posting it, but again, they don't understand how to position themselves as the expert and brand themselves so that people remember who they are and know exactly what it is that they do and what they stand for. I know many coaches have historically relied on generating marketing strategies and using tactics such as cold DMing, mass email campaigns, cold email campaigns, and even paid advertising that just did not work for their business. They had a low return on investment, or they just simply wasted money. What you should be doing is actually learning authentic storytelling for instant client attraction. You want to connect emotionally with your audience. Again, I'm the girl from South Central LA who grew up in the ghetto. My mother was an immigrant to the United States of America. All odds were against me. I grew up in crime, a crime-ridden neighborhood. I have been robbed at gunpoint. I have been carjacked. I have had many things to go against me, but yet I still forged ahead. There are going to be people who relate to that story, who are still trying to get out of that space that they're in, or who have done that and they're like, Star, I totally resonate with you because I have been there. I'm going to have a segment of people who are going to relate to the fact that I went to college, got my degree, got a 6-figure job, climbed that corporate ladder. And guess what? I was stuck in that office looking at that clock from 9 to 5, feeling like I was in prison. What time am I going to get out of here, right? And I resigned from my position and took a chance on myself and started a business, a beauty brand, and grew that business to multiple 7 figures. Yes, multiple millions of dollars. So how can I connect that emotional factor to my audience? I can connect about all of the struggles that I had to get to that place that I had to get to. I can talk about the feeling of being a young adult, even in high school, a teenager, and feeling like the world is mine. I can achieve anything that I want to achieve. I can have success. And that literally was innately in me as a young person. And that's how I was able to move forward. And people are going to relate to that. They're like, gosh, if she can do it, I can do it. And really inspiring those people to have that same sort of feeling inside that they can actually have whatever it is that they desire. And this is one of the ways that I connect with my audience on an emotional level, because I understand their struggles. I understand what it's like to be broke. I understand what it's like to not know what's going to happen the next day as far as a roof over your head or food or any of those things. But I also was able to overcome that. And then I also share that with my audience. The other thing that I want you to do is highlight your own unique perspective. So when you are doing your storytelling, what is your perspective and approach to coaching? There's going to be other life coaches or business coaches who do things a certain way. And maybe you believe strongly that things should be done this way. You need to share that with your audience. How do you approach challenges and setbacks? This is important for your audience to know that as well, because people don't want to just see you as that successful person. They want to know that you had setbacks. They want to know that you had challenges. I share about my durable medical equipment company that I started for a year and invested in, and it didn't get to take off due to the fact that we didn't get licensed in time, and we just finally gave up on the business. I had a business partner at the time. I talk about that. I talk about the success that I've had in making 6 figures on Etsy and how that business just completely fell apart. Why? Because the market changes, trends change. Quickly, I moved on and I was working on my other company. How can you share your challenges and setbacks, how you overcame them in your own authentic voice so that you can be different than the other coaches who are out there? I know it's so easy to see other coaches winning and having success, and you're just like, you know what? I'm going to say what she says in her messaging. I'm going to take photos like her. It's so easy to want to do that because we see them winning. But really, you want to be authentic so that you can call in your ideal people. And again, we're building your brand. We don't want you to be like someone else, okay? And again, this is not about colors. This is about you, your unique self. So definitely highlight your unique perspective. And then I want you to illustrate transformation through stories. We talked a little bit about storytelling before. I want you to think about the success stories and the testimonials from your past clients and be able to share them. So whenever I do workshops, challenges, or events, I always will tell you guys where my client was at before I met her or when I first met her. And then I'll share, her journey and what it is that we did to take her business to the next level. And then I share where she's at now in her business. We want to highlight the challenges that they were facing. You could be a life coach. You could be a health coach. Maybe you're helping someone lose weight. Maybe you've helped someone who was 100 pounds overweight lose 50 pounds, or anything that you're doing. We want you to be able to outline where that person was before and where they're at now. This is part of your personal branding. This is going to show how you can help others achieve their goals by being compelling, showing proof, and providing value at the same time. We talked about also engaging in other platforms. So use a social media planner like what we have in She Has Clients. We also have websites on She Has Clients. We have unlimited websites. I know a lot of my clients have more than one business. You can have multiple websites on the She Has Clients platform. We also have funnels. We have a blog if you want to have a blog, and you can also send out email campaigns and set up email templates if you want to even have an email newsletter as well. So those are the amazing things that we have in She Has Clients to make this even easier for you. We also want you to encourage your audience to ask questions, give you feedback, DM you, right? How can we get that attraction marketing happening in your business? We want people engaging with your content. We want to push out things that people are excited to see. We want to create that yes factor in our content. I did a simple post that I showed you earlier where people just affirmed yes, and it was exciting for them to feel that rush that yes, this can be a big cash month for me in business. These are the types of feelings that you want to elicit to your audience. And you also want to encourage them to have conversations with you in dialogue, because conversations are really going to take you to the next level in being able to enroll people into your coaching programs as well. So become very authentic at storytelling. I want you to also focus on your messaging and your marketing efforts in being genuine to who you are. Do not compare yourselves to others. And please do not feel that anyone is better than you. You have your own story, you have your own journey. People are going to resonate with you. You're going to have your own tribe. You're going to have raving fans when you follow the steps that are outlined in this document. The next steps are very simple. If you are even remotely interested in working with me, go ahead over to shehasclients.com and get your business in a box so you can get set up accordingly and have everything in place for your coaching business. And if you want a copy of this document, you can just go ahead and send me a DM on Instagram at StarCod, and I will go ahead and send you a copy of this accelerator document straight to your inbox today.